Hello everyone, today I would like to talk about one topic that is in Rockwell Allen-Bradley RS Logic 5000 or Studio 5000. How can we integrate motion on the Ethernet IP network? So the typical style as shown in this project, currently this controller that is a ControlLogix 1756 and the Ethernet module that is a 1756 EN2T. In this video, I will show how can we integrate motion on this Ethernet IP network. This video will mainly talk about the hardware configuration portion. In this project, in this case, this is one existing project. This project was set up 5 to 7 years ago. By time, this controller version that is a version 20. The firmware of this controller that is a version 20. And that time, it programmed by RS Logic 5000 version 20. And the customer want integrate one servo motor into this project. The servo motion controller that will be Kinetix 5500. The communication between this Kinetix controller and the PLC controller, we will use Ethernet IP. The first things we need to do, we need to investigate or we need to verify if this Kinetix 5500 drive system can be integrated into this existing controller system. One important material we need to use that is Allen-Bradley manual. It's called Integrated Motion on the Ethernet IP Network Configuration and Startup. This is a very important manual. If you need to add a Kinetix motion system into one existing project or existing ControlLogix or compact logic system, it's highly recommend you read detailedly about this manual. In this manual, if you scroll down, first thing first, we need to check out if your existing controller or whatever the ControlLogix or compact logics, if your control system can be integrated with this Kinetix system. Firstly, we need to check detailedly about this manual. For example, in my system, that is a ControlLogix 5570 controller. So that means to integrate this drive system, the Studio 5000 Logix designer software must be higher, greater, or equal to version 20. Firstly, you need to check out this table. And next, we scroll down. And this is very important because the Ethernet card, what I'm using, that is a 1756 EN2T, which is a very common communication module in the ControlLogix system. So considering my controller, ControlLogix 5570, plus this communication module 1756 EN2T, so that precision loop, yes, in my project, I'm going to use this servo motor do a precision loop control. The axis number that is 8, other loop types up to 100. So this very important data, if you need to add multiple access, you must consider how many precision loops in your system you need to add. This is a very big table you must check based on your case. Other than this, also we need to check out one more thing. Based on the motion system, you also need to check this. For example, in my case, the motion system I'm going to add, that is a Kinetix 5500 system. With the description in this table, it showed me if I need to add this motion system, the minimum version of the Studio 5000 Logix Designer, I have to use greater than 20. That means the minimum version, that is a 21 or 24. It also have a description, for example, bracket 4 and bracket 5. So you can see different motion system, it asks you the different minimum version of your Studio 5000. So for example, like this, drive with the catalog numbers adding in ERIs. So if your system has a safety function, so that means you have to follow the bracket 5, which means in my case, I have to use the studio version greater than 24. It also means because the existing version, that is a version 20, because we have to use the greater than version 24. For example, in my case, I'm going to upgrade the existing controller to version 31, which is the same version as other project in this plant. So to upgrade to 31, we also need to consider we need to back up the system, back up the important data first, flash the firmware to this controller, and also you need to consider you need to upgrade or basically change the controller firmware in your project and add the motion system to a new version project and integrate the motion system in the new project, that new project with a new version, version 31 controller. So those things you also need to consider that it's not only just add one file and do a hardware configuration and do a program. It's not that easy things. So you must need to check this. And other than this, to do the motion system, there's one important terminology or important word that named time synchronization. So if you go to the chapter 2, you will see create a project for integrated motion on the Ethernet network. So it shows you how to do that. It's very clear because it has a screenshot here. Basically, you need to follow these steps. And one important thing that is this, set the time synchronization. You'd better read detailedly about this. It's highly recommend you read it first. Back to this project, let's quickly review. In this project, the controller that is a 1756 L71, that is one controller with a safety partner, a safety controller. And also in this project, it has a 1756 EN2T Ethernet card. So the motion system will communicate through this Ethernet card here. So to add the motion system, we come here, press the new module. And because I'm going to add the motion system, so I will click this here, scroll down, find out. So from here, you will find, for example, in my case, I'm going to add a Kinetix 5500. So you will find we cannot find the motion system in this list. That's because my existing project, that controller version, that is version 20. If you record the menu, we have to upgrade our existing controller to a greater than version 24. In my case, our target is going to upgrade this controller to version 31. So I will change the controller, the same controller, but I will select 31. Click the OK. Click the Save. Maybe currently the controller you have is a version 20. It also means you need to download the firmware and you need to use the control flash software to upgrade the firmware of your controller. Here, I would like to quickly show that. So if we go to Rockwell Automation, this web page, and you go to the support, go to the compatibility and downloads. And from here, you will find drivers and firmware. Click this. From here, we type in the controller you have. You are going to upgrade. For example, in my case, that is a 1756 L71 controller. That is a L71S. So I click this, select the firmware I'm going to upgrade. Currently, the latest version, that is 32. But because in this plant, the common version in this plant, that is 31, we are going to upgrade this controller to 31 so that the maintenance and the control specialist, they can use the same software version 31 to program and to maintain this controller systems. So version 31, and you hit this, and you can download this firmware. To flash the firmware, you can search control flash. You need to use this software, control flash. So when you install this Studio 5000, it will automatically install in your system. Control flash, and you open it, and basically you hit the next, and then select the controller you are going to connect. For example, in this case, I select 1756 L71S. Go next. And from this network, you select the controller you can connect and click the OK. Basically, you follow the step and browse the firmware you just download and load that firmware into the software and download this firmware to the controller. The whole process may take a couple minutes. During this time, you must guarantee the power should be on continuously. If you shut down the power, the controller might be crashed, might not be recovered. So keep in mind this. Make sure the power is guaranteed. So that is using the control flash to download the firmware to the controller. So that time, once we switch the version to 31, so once you hit that OK, so the system will automatically shut down that version 20 software and restart it using the 31 Studio 5000. It automatically restarted this 31 Studio 5000. And let's close it. Let's save it at first. And from here, I click this new module again. And this time, I just need to select the motion. So the motion system I'm going to add, that is the safety one, Kinetix 5500, and this drive system integrated with a safety function. So click the OK. So we name this controller, for example, we call that motion A1. And we set this IP address, for example, this IP address. Of this. So we can quickly go through. So this is a safety input output RPI time here. Power phase, this based on your case, you need to switch to the actual selection you should have. Okay, we clicked OK. So we create this motion system. So from here, let's quickly compare. So after we add this motion system, there's two places we need to take care about that. Firstly, if we record this manual, so in the time synchronization chapter, there are two important places we need to set that time synchronization. One is under the controller properties. So one selection is here under the time and date, this page. So we need to check this enable time synchronization. So if we go back to here, go to the controller properties, we go to the time and the time, we go to the time, we go to the date and time, make sure this enable time synchronization is on, is enabled. We click OK. And another selection, other than this controller properties, take care of this. You need to check out this Ethernet communication module. Under this Ethernet communication module, you need to check out the properties here. So from this selection module definition, you need to set this time synchronization connection. Select this. So in our case, because this motion system connect this 1756 EN2T, this Ethernet card. So I double click, go to the properties of this Ethernet card. From here, this time synchronization connection now is none. So if you forget this selection, once you compile, the system will show one message window. If you forget this, for example, let me quickly demonstrate. Firstly, let's set up the one new motion group. And under this motion group, let's set up the axis. So because our motion system communicated with the Ethernet IP, so we will select the access CIP drive. I'm one. Great. So double click this access. So from here, it assigned in this motion group, and I will select this motion A1. This motion A1, that is the Kinetix system we just add. This is a motion A1. So that means in this axis, we integrate this motion system here. We add this here. We click this apply. So once you hit this apply, it will pop up this message. So it shows access cannot be associated to this module. The CIP motion devices require time synchronization. So I really want to share this. At the first time, I double check everywhere. I check multiple times because I thought this time synchronization is a selection that enable button under the controller properties, which is we just shown. But however, I still show this. I tried to restart the system. Even I tried to reinstall my Studio 5000, but still shows this. Eventually, I review this manual. I check out this, I found this section, so time synchronization, and there's a special section shows Ethernet communication module, how we can set that. So one important selection or one important setting is this time synchronization connection here. So in this project, let's temporarily click the cancel. You cannot hit OK. So other than the controller time and the date, this enables time synchronization. We need to go here, double click this Ethernet EN2T card, go to the properties of this module, and we can see time synchronization connection now is none. let's hit the change. So here, time synchronization connection, you need to select the time synchronization and the motion. Click this. Click OK. So it will show you the module date type will change. We need to change the module definition. Click yes. So we must guarantee this time synchronization connection need to be selected. Other than this, another important setting, if we go back to this properties of this motion, so under this motion definition, we click this change. Double check this connection setting. Currently, this connection setting that is motion and safety. And because in my case, this motion is built in the safety function. So I need to select the motion and the safety selection. If the motion system you select just have a motion without the safety function, so make sure you select this motion only. You need to verify this. So after we check off this EN2T, enable this time synchronization and motion, let's save and compile first. Let's save and compile first. And then let's go to the axis M1. And this time, let's select the motion A1. The motion A1, that is our drive system, motion A1. Let's hit apply and hit the OK. So this time, that message disappeared. The system allows you to integrate the motion axis, integrate your actual motion system into this axis setting. Click OK. And this time, let's hit the verify. So system shows no error. So that is a pure hardware configuration. Integrate the driver system or motion system into the Ethernet system. To do a quick wrap up, so this manual is very important. You need to, based on your case, check out if your controller is available to be integrated with the motion system. Also, you need to check out which version of your Studio 5000 can configure this motion system. Also, you need to check out, based on your case, check out how many precision loops your controller and your communication module can support. And also, you need to, based on your motion system, Kinetix system, maybe you use the 350, maybe you use the 5500 or even 5700. By different motion system, there are minimum versions of your Studio 5000 they need. So you have to flash your controller firmware. Also, you need to shift your controller versions to use the higher version Studio 5000. So that is for today.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumb up. If you like to watch more videos in my channel, please subscribe. See you in next video.